All right, would-be woodworkers, can you guess what kind of wood this is? Is it A, Jamaica dogwood, B, spalted tamarind, or C, balsa? The answer to that and so much more coming up on 419 by Design. What kind of wood is this? If you guessed spalted tamarind, you're right.
So, spalted tamarind is a native to Africa. It's grown in the tropical regions. It's grown in the tropical regions all over the world, but they grow it for the fruit, not necessarily the wood. But today we're here to talk about why we use it for the wood. It's a fairly heavy, hard tree. The center of the tree is a lot like the hard maples that we grow in the US. The sapwood, which is the part I'm holding in my hand, is the part right after the bark. And the sapwood in this tree is very susceptible to rot, insect, it's not very durable, it's very cold. And that's what these black lines are. The spalt is actually a form of rot. And in the US, we only import the rotted part of the wood, the part that's all spalted. And because it's spalted, it gives it this really cool pattern, which tends to come with a pretty hefty price. So as far as an imported wood in the US, it tends to run on the higher price side because of the way it looks and its demand. I mean, if this was a bland white board, people would say, oh, okay, why do I want it? It's a bland white board. But because it has all these little rot lines, which is actually a form of decay, it becomes very valuable. And in the US, we get spalted maple. However, the lines are not this detailed. They're not as close together, they're not as intertwined, which makes this wood really cool. So that's why we bring it in. It's great for guys that do turning, guys that do cutting boards even, or just making cabinets. It makes a really cool pattern because every board is totally different. All right, so you're probably saying, why do I want to put a piece of rotted wood in some of my furniture? Well, when it's growing, it's decaying and rotted. When it cuts down, it goes through a kiln, it's dead, so it's not growing anymore. It's not out in the elements anymore. The kiln kills everything that's in there. So you're left with just what's left over, which are the black lines and everything like that. So you don't have to worry about, oh, this piece is gonna rot away or it's gonna keep getting like moldy. None of that. It's sealed, it's done, it's ready to use. So we bring it in and it's a fairly good seller. You're buying a piece of rotted wood, but it's really cool. So you ought to give it a try.